Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's Command and this is another Chelsea transfer news video where I keep you guys up to date with all the latest Chelsea transfer news. And in this one, it's a big one. I've got some exclusive news for you guys regarding Timo Werner. I've got news regarding Moussa Dembele, what the publication reports are stating, Chelsea's wish list, transfer wish list, and of course a short list of players that we are scouting, looking at to potentially sign in the upcoming January transfer window or potentially in the summer as well. Going to be, discussing all those reports, give my thoughts, opinions on the player. But before I do get into it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you are new on here. Make sure you hit the bell notification for every time I do upload. And comment down below your thoughts, opinions on each player that I do talk about, each story that I do mention. Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Of course, starting off with Timo Werner, and when I heard the news this morning, I'm not going to lie, I was gassed. Of course, I can't really reveal the main details of negotiations currently because, of course, I was told to keep it quiet. However, it's positive news. Now, all started off with RB Leipzig's game against Dortmund a couple of days ago. Of course, the game finished 3-3, and Chelsea scouts were in the stadium, the Dortmund stadium, to witness the game. And of course, Werner scored 2, and Sancho scored an assist. Both Chelsea targets have been exceptional. Both Chelsea, transfer targets, and if you're a scout watching that game, you'd be very excited because both of your targets have had magnificent performances, and both of them have been fantastic so far this season. And do I even need to mention how well Timo Werner's been doing this season? However, Roman Abramovich, I was told, docked his yacht just outside the coast of Germany, and he was there to witness the game alongside those Chelsea scouts. And later on, he had a meeting with the RB Leipzig CEO regarding the transfer of Timo Werner. So it's very, very exciting news. Of course, I can't reveal much. Now, regarding his release clause, there was a lot of rumours and publications that, especially Kicker, who reported that he has a release clause of 27 million euros. I'm not sure. I need to ask my source regarding if that's true. I can't give you a definite answer. The reason why people are doubting is because it sounds too good to be true. A player of his calibre, a player of his quality, having that cheap of a release clause, it seems too good to be true, and it's understandable. However, like I said, he signed a 4-year contract in the summer, so it makes sense for him to have some sort of release clause. But when I ask, I'll let you guys know straight away. But the exclusive news was that Werner, behind the scenes, has verbally agreed to sign for Chelsea. He's already agreed personal terms with Chelsea, and for me, this is exciting news. This is fantastic news. He's already agreed personal terms and verbal terms, and now it just regards the transfer fee. And of course, it's looking likely that he could potentially be a Chelsea player in the upcoming Chelsea January window. And apparently, he even had his medical booked at Cobham. In January. He's already had his medical booked. He's already verbally agreed personal terms, and now it's looking imminent that Timo Werner will become a Chelsea player. Now, that is what I was told. Of course, that's not the definite answer. I could be completely wrong. However, my source is extremely reliable, hence why I'm saying it's exclusive news. And hopefully in the coming weeks, you'll hear in the reports and publications when we sign Timo Werner, it all made sense. You'll remember this video. Remember this video in 2-3 weeks' time when we sign Timo Werner, when he has his medical. Remember, I was the first one to break the news, but that's what I was told. For me, I was gassed. I'm not going to lie. I've always wanted Timo Werner, and his stats speak for itself. So far this season, he's been absolutely incredible. 16 Bundesliga games, 18 goals and 5 assists, been on tremendous form, and people say he's a pace merchant, etc. However, having that much of a monstrous, prolific goal-scoring record, you have to be a special player. Remember, the guy's only 23. Yes, he's a pace merchant, but he's going to develop his chances. He's going to improve his empire. The guy is only going to get better. He's going to improve on his attributes. He's going to improve on his skills. At the age of 23, this is exciting news. I think that, if we did sign him for 30 million, if the release clause is true, for me, it's an absolute bargain. I would even sign him for 60 to 70 million pounds because he is that level of player, and this guy will be a world-class player in the future. And to compete with Tammy Abraham, it will be phenomenal. This guy is going right to the top, and like I said, it's looking promising that we will be signing him in the upcoming January transfer window. I'm so excited for what's to come, and honestly, I couldn't stop smiling when I heard it. I was like, because my source is legit as well. It's not someone who's guessing whatever. I was told about the CAS decision literally 3 days before. I even told my mates as well, and they'll tell you the same. But for me, Timo Werner is the one for Chelsea to compete with Tammy Abraham for that top spot. And for me, I'd love Timo Werner at Chelsea. But leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. Would you take Timo Werner at Chelsea? Do you think the deal will materialise in January? Or would you like another striker? Do you believe that there's other strikers out there that are more suited to our style of football, that, much better for Chelsea, etc.? If you do, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. But getting into second striker, and that is, of course, Moussa Dembele from Lyon, another player that, of course, is on Chelsea's shortlist. I haven't heard anything exclusive regarding him. Of course, I am going based off reports. And, of course, 2 days ago, Telegraph reported Chelsea's, shortlist of players that did regard Jadon Sancho, Samuel Chukwueze and Leon Bailey, which I made a video on, Wilfried Zaha, Moussa Dembele, of course, Timo Werner, which I've already discussed in this video. Now, regarding Moussa Dembele, he has been a long-term interest by the club. Of course, even when he was at Celtic and Fulham, Chelsea were really, really interested in him. And, of course, he has had a decent season so far for Lyon. Lyon haven't had the greatest season in general. Again, the same age as Timo Werner, 23 years of age. He's had 17 League One appearances so far this season with 10 goals. Not a bad record, but in League One, you expect him to be scoring more because, of course, it's nowhere near as competitive as the Premier League. However, he has the Premier League experience, which gives him the upper hand over Timo Werner, and he was tremendous at Celtic, but yet again, the Scottish Premiership is nowhere near as competitive as the top 5 leagues or the Premier League, so you've got to take it with context and a pinch of salt. For me, he wouldn't be my first choice. I quite like Moussa Dembele. I like his, his abilities, his attributes. He's good at finishing, he's quite physical, he's got the Premier League experiences, the way he operates in half spaces, his passing link-up is pretty good. However, I just believe Timo Werner is more better suited, and I think that he wouldn't be nowhere near my first choice. There's quite a few strikers I have above Moussa Dembele. And with Timo Werner, his pace, his agility, his clinical finishing, he buries his chances, and his passing and link-up playing in those half spaces is incredible. And people I've heard talk Timo Werner about, he's a German Morata. Nothing alike. Number one, Timo Werner, he's got an outstanding goal-scoring record, something Morata never had. Morata never ever scored over 15 goals in a season. Also, he was always best with a 2 up front. Timo Werner is a lone striker. He doesn't need to be in a 2 up top formation. He's always scored. He's always produced prolific numbers, especially for his age. He's nowhere near his prime yet, and he's producing these prolific numbers. He's much more quicker, he's much more agile, and he's way more clinical compared to Morata. I think that comparison is ridiculous, and I think Timo Werner will be a massive hit. But like I said, regarding Moussa Dembele, decent record so far in the League One league. However, like I said, there are many and plenty of strikers I'd have above Moussa Dembele. But yeah, that's just my thoughts, opinions. Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. Would you take Moussa Dembele at Chelsea, or are you like me, where you'd rather have other strikers that are more suited to the style of play? Yeah, like I said, leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comments below. Of course, Moussa Dembele is on our shortlist, so he's a player that Chelsea are targeting. We have even, scouted him at times as well. So of course, yeah, like I said, of course, he's on our shortlist, but I think Timo Werner is the one in my opinion. Now getting on to the third and last story, and that is of course Victor Osimhen from Lille. First time I'm reporting this on my channel. Now yesterday Sky Sports broke the news that 3 to 4 Premier League clubs are scouting Victor Osimhen at the moment, and potentially Chelsea could sign him in the upcoming January transfer window as backup to Tammy Abraham. Of course, Victor Osimhen has had a fantastic season, good breakout season, even scored against Chelsea, if you guys remember, back at Lille. He's been quite good. A lot of them say he's the B-Tech Tammy Abraham because, of course, physicality, their physique, their finishing, their style of play, they look quite similar. They're both Nigerian, hence why there's that comparison. But he had a decent record, 17 games so far in League One, 9 goals and 3 assists, very, very decent, similar to Moussa Dembele's statistics. However, with Victor Osimhen, he's 3 years younger than Moussa Dembele, only 20 years of age, which means that he can be moulded, he can be developed into a top striker. However, the case that I have is that I don't believe that we necessarily require Victor Osimhen when we have Tammy Abraham, who's stylistically very, very similar. I think we need a different striker, different dimensions, hence why Timo Werner is my favourite. Plus, Timo Werner is more clinical, he's more prolific, and I think he'd suit more to the Premier League. Like I said, Victor Osimhen is producing really, really good stats, and he's only going to improve. Of course, the 3 clubs interested in scouting Victor Osimhen is Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, Liverpool, and Manchester United. All 4 Premier League clubs are interested in scouting Victor Osimhen. However, there is no solid interest yet, so there's no bid on the table. They're just scouting him at the moment, and that is by Sky Sports, of course. We all know they're a very, very reliable outlet. So, like I said, Victor Osimhen, I like Victor Osimhen. I like his attributes. However, like I said, I would prefer Timo Werner compared to a Victor Osimhen. But that's just my thoughts, opinions. Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel if you are new on here. Make sure you hit the bell notifications for every time I do upload. And yeah, gonna wrap up the video here, guys. Yeah, gonna keep things moving. Peace.